wreck some shit up in evil, but at the same time, all the other elder, eternal dragons, magma, red, green, black, every kind of dragon, that one eternal bat dude wakes up, his armies wakes up, and we have a fucking Armageddon.
Speaking of Armageddons, do you know how to fight a god?
Kill his followers.
That's one idea. Force him. Maybe that's a sorry. We haven't had anybody who fought with the gods. Maybe try to find his home place and like beat him. Killing gods is a very peculiar thing.
Well,
their body might die. Like the legends say, their body might die, but their soul might still live on in eternal.
We've all had visions that this place is going to get invaded by the gods.
Their armies, probably. I had those visions too.
We need to fight them, and the best way to fight a god that I can think of, without mass genocide, is to become a god.
Do you seriously intend to have this entire world worship you just so you can punch a god in the face?
Yeah, you got another thing coming. I'm never gonna worship you.
You are not hearing me. Gods won't come here. Their armies will. Their servants, then their followers, their minions.
Sounds fair.
They themselves, they are just looking. And I guess they might be, because I also get it, they might be focused on other things. Because that's what I was always curious about. If there are good gods in this world, why they allow this to happen? Well, there's no laughing matter. The only plausible theory I have, because they are occupied. And if gods are occupied by something, I fear that, well, the future just have like a lot of more troubles to come. And I have no idea how to become a god, and but if you ever become one, I believe your life won't become easier.
Oh, I doubt that.
This is also
I probably
a secret
wouldn't be the
thing.
best candidate to become a god.
There will
For
be
your spirit of strife, you'd probably elevate that to godhood too.
That's why I said the best candidate to be a god around here is probably that elf over there.
Oh god, the guest with the god complex? Oh no.
And he says,
He's already got the personality for it.
we do not offer, our guild has no means, nor ways, no information about ascension to the godhood.
No, it's just an idea for
But we have,
I know it might.
we have some ways to grant something else, but that will make you stop advancing in life. Genkira, I know that you had some talk with Ramus, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks time, there will be a gathering at the guild headquarters with all the remaining members of the guild, and there will be an offer to take upon path of immortality or not. But will happen in 2 weeks time. Assuming nothing else earth-shattering disaster will happen. But this
most likely.
But this place, at least Dragon Island, was safe for a long time.
Will it hurt?
And we will make it safe haven. Although, now remember Zach about that idea of the pentagram of the Dragon Island?
Mm-hmm.
For now it won't come out, but honestly I have no idea how to interject that into the plot. In other way that, oh guys, by the way, look at the cities, there's something missing here, is it not?
Yeah, but essentially you could say that something happened to the city a while ago, and since it's just a city that got wiped out for some reason, nobody truly cared. But since that pentagram was the thing that was protecting the island, and something happened, like there has to be people around it for it to work. And when it's gone, it's gone. And since nobody is living there, the protection doesn't work on the island, and we somehow have to stop it, has to fix it again.
Also,
for now it will come.
nobody has
Probably
ever mentioned it to the wizard.
he says something like that. Probably some days or maybe next week. I hope, although I do not look forward to that, meet with Asvarius and look over the defensive mechanisms of the island itself, because there is a reason why it survived, why people think, and why he thinks people can survive here, all that's things to happen. So I will meet with him in less than a week and we'll talk over that. Now
If you want, we could call him here now.
I have a ways to call him, but I believe
Okay.
for now he's busy man. So if you want to quicken things up, he can give you a very description and map, show you the way how to enter the underground area of the Dragon's Mountain where the dragon itself is awaiting. Question is, for how long do you want to play today, and what do you want to do?
Honestly, this looks just as good a place as any to stop for the week.
Yeah,
I need to
just
actually go.
remember next week I am at convention, so
Comic-Con.
not Comic-Con, just one of the fantasy conventions in Poland.
Yes, and
Fantasy.
next week we talk to the Golden Dragon, and we see. Should we think about the West fella, because it'd be interesting to see what's going on there.
Also, bear in mind that the week after, I'm out for a party for all weekend.
I mean, then next week,
Alright.
the upcoming
No,
week you are
the
out.
3rd and 4th and 5th.
Ah, okay.
I'm not going to be here either for that.
When?
The weekend,
Sorry?
the July 3rd. I'm not going to be here.
Yeah, Independence Day.
The night of
All
the 2nd, the
the
3rd, the
Americans
4th,
are
5th,
going
and
to
the
be away
6th.
for 4th of July, but also, I know I'm British, but I've got lots of American friends, so I...
Yeah, cool, no problem. We will see how this goes. We will see if we want to play with 2 or 3 3 people, because the case, this is not really a spoiler because you read that this Eternal Dragon himself won't be able to act, but if you play your cards right, make a good rolls, one of you will be able to challenge one of the older dragons, like the bigger
okay.
ones, to a duel, and if you win, then he will be a resource and a support for you to use.
I will.
I totally want to see Jai fighting one versus one.
Oh, I'll do it.
You'd get your ass kicked, I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
but we shall see.
No, I
I'd
hate
do it.
It will depend on who will be on
Yeah.
in the
most
2 weeks.
vocal or something. Yeah, true.
Before we finish, this will be last question, but not to you as a players, but because we think, okay, so we shall see who will be. First plan is you will see if you can strike a deal with the Golden Dragon, then investigate west or evacuate elves, because that as a rule of call will be quick. Then question to you as player characters, what would your characters think as a end goal? Like, what would your character do and think, okay, this is what I did and I'm fulfilled, and what event might have been like the end of the campaign for them? Is there something like that?
Honestly,
That's a funny question, but go ahead, everyone.
yeah, for Genkiro, it's clearly the ending the Phantom Troop and getting a revenge.
Well, good thing Phantom Troop Leader is level 20 character, so that ties nicely into the end game campaign.
Essentially, if I wanted an ending or something, it would be like us defending the Dragon Mountain as the end is coming, you know, and the Dragon plays, you know. If we could have such an end, we could have the Phantom Troop is for some reason destroy, you know, something that keeps Dragon Mountain from being destroyed.
Phantom Troop is actually the gods.
Nah, that would
We've
totally be
fighting
nice.
this entire time.
They are not.
Oh god.
No, but both defending Dragon Mountain from them and ending them in one. And if we fail the campaign,
I'd say defending Yggdrasil from the gods.
What? Can you repeat? Because that was quite quiet.
Saving Yggdrasil from the gods. And keeping the plane connected to other people.
Okay,
and
that
saving
might be
everybody.
that might be an objective, but the thing is, you ran that at some point before they intervene, the power that Yggdrasil accumulated and how big he became, nothing can scratch him. He just became an integral part of multiverse, connecting this world to the others, and yeah. Okay, so that was, we know what's the Genkiro, Aotis, Endif, Jai.
His goal is to stay dead.
For
once.
I was thinking, I'm sorry. So,
I'm just joking.
I know. Jai's main goal at this point is actually going to be to find some dragons. One to kind of, and eventually, as stupid as it may sound, is just to straight up rule over a couple of them. Get his own little dragon army.
Create, yeah, dragon clan or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Lysander?
Okay,
Like, where do you see your character at the end of the campaign? Like, as
Okay.
whom?
fine, good question. Okay, you know when I first joined the campaign, I gave this idea that Lysander was just a thief, a small person in a
Yes?
small elven community in a industrial city,
Yep.
and that's always been his problem. That's why he wears medals and all this other business, and that's why he's so good at it, and he's such a good wizard because he's
Yeah, okay, we know
It's-
that, but how
no,
does
no,
it,
but that
the end for
no,
Lysander?
that's what I
Sorry,
mean.
Adam,
For
one
his
sec.
thing, he wants to be.
You have to go, Martin?
Yeah, I really have to go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We,
Have a good day,
we
Martin.
had
See you
everything.
later.
Okay, thanks for playing. So,
He wants to be this
Continue.
elven superhero, but also he really does love his friends. So it's so he just has to be the good guy.
so you see yourself as a guardian, protector.
Well, no,
Of
just
friends.
yeah, I know. Even when it's stupid,
Lysander, Adam, where would you see Lysander in 20 years in this game?
probably dead. Or or
That's
probably-
surprisingly true statement.
Yeah, that's true.
or in another plane fighting another battle.
Honestly, if I'm going to have an end goal for my character, like in character, essentially, since she lost her, you know, the entire town, all of her family, and the Eye of Chaos thingy, essentially, she's just been wandering around for a long time, searching for a purpose.
Alti, have you considered like getting as an end goal like retirement along Genkiro in his village sanctuary?
No, she doesn't really feel like really attaching to somebody anymore. She's just wandering around trying to
Okay.
find an end more than anything else.
Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Okay, so I think, yeah, that's something to think about. Because my ideas for end campaign can be like, I also like to hear what the players, what's their idea of like fulfillment of their characters, assuming they do not die. Yeah, I think we are done for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
have a
already
question.
somebody. Just remember, try to think in the meantime, what do you want to do with that gold? Maybe think about some kind of the upgrades, lesser ones for the tower. Maybe buy something. Think about that in
Matt,
those 2
can
weeks.
we do this outside of game time? Because
Yeah, definitely. You have 2 weeks to think about that, or
Now,
even
I
3. so-
have a question for Lysander.
Hmm? Oh,
What do you
is it a
feel
question
about?
for Adam or is it a question for
For
Lysa?
Lysander.
It is a question for Lysander.
Mm.
How would Lysander feel about the terrible forbidden knowledge that is inside of the castle? And about using it to be a
Bear
good
in
hero.
mind that Lysander is.
Oh, you sneaky motherfucker.
Bear in mind, Lysander is a 13th level wizard who loves magic and is completely down with anything magical. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he loves his elves, but he just considers them, sort of like how like an elf considers a human. He considers any other elves like he can. So yeah, do what you need to do.
Exactly what Matt's typing right now, pretty much.
Do what you need to do. He may not be happy.
I would need his help in this because, like we said earlier, I'm a warrior and you're a wizard.
He's also the best shooter,
Yes.
but that's not the point.
Yeah, as I've written down, it's possible. I won't stop you from that. Expect it will be fucking hard to do that without any kind of trouble and risking your limbs, life, or
Oh,
injuries.
I completely expect worse than that actually, but
Oh
I
yeah,
just-
I will think a lot of fun stuff. How much this will be a fun plot thing. How much of your humanity you will need to sacrifice how to become a god.
That'd
And
be
also,
interesting.
I know that I don't want to preempt any of your plot writing stories, yeah? But how much, if he's going to risk his humanity to become a god, how much Lysander can risk his elfishness to save the world?
Yeah, quick question to Andy. Like, how much in character are you dead set on that? Like, do you think that, do you now have like belief that end justify the means and you will do whatever it takes to ascend to godhood?
because I also think, well, if we do, and the legions of heaven or the gods or whatever invade, and we do successfully fight them off, what's to say that they won't come next?
I think there was some talk on one of the previous sessions that when the sword is connected to others and the information will spread on the multiverse, something might happen, but there were no specifications. But
But
okay,
also-
that in
yeah.
character that's completely
Yeah.
legit idea.
It would be really interesting seeing Endit as a god, even though we would probably screw everyone over.
He doesn't really understand magic stuff. Like, he has his near magical supernatural powers from being a stalker, from the Path of War stalker stuff, but that's from military discipline.
Is he a Jem'Hadar?
A what?
I assume that because of we're playing with people who know about sci-fi stuff that they'd know about Deep Station Nine.
No, sorry.
Sorry,
anyway,
I didn't know that.
Sorry, that's incredibly geeky. Ignore what I said.
No, it's okay. And yeah, at this point I don't have much else to say.
Well,
Good thing I already prepared much of the Wes, the Matt, and his cult thingy.
Yeah.
So
So
bit
essentially,
difficult.
I'd just be trying to get Lysander to help me research this stuff, and I could help him save his elves too that he wants to save. And
See, this is exactly
what is more
so-
elfish than being a god of elves?
That would
If,
totally
if
bring
Martin
him
was
over.
here, he would say, "Fuck no, Ereniel is God of Elves, but Ereniel does not exist in my sessions."
Yes.
He's
No,
the god
it's
of
not
trolls.
just being a god of ours, being a hero of ours. I want the medals.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Zach could convince you saying that being a god would be everything you know. Everyone,
You
you know.
could be a hero. You could go fight the enemies of elves.
So now I can imagine that Endif's end goal is to become a god.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure
No chance.
hell with him.
Lysander's got no ambition to become.
I wouldn't say the end goal is to become a god. I'd say becoming a god is a means to the end goal of trying to save everything.
Okay, well, assuming your rushing won't kill you, then yeah, it's a plausible goal. Okay, then that's
Just
it
a
for
question.
me. I have.
I found out quite interesting dungeon generator.
The fun thing is,
Essentially, it just makes a dungeon nowhere.
Yeah, I already know that there are like a dungeon that has a lot of generators, including the dungeon
Yeah, I know.
ones.
But essentially, yeah, it'd be kind of nice to have a dungeon sometime, you know.
Sometime
you'd
what?
If it would,
Write that down, because otherwise there's a lot of static and I cannot understand you for shit.
So Adam, you wanna continue that game that we played?
Yes, I do.
Okay, aside from that, I'm done with this session, so thanks all.
alright.